Good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. So we have another Let's Do Deals. This is off-market deals. They don't have to be off-market, but ours are off-market mobile home deals that we pitch every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see. All right. So Instagram, good evening. If anybody has a deal, a mobile home to pitch, you can raise your hand, drop a comment, or unmute yourself if you're on Zoom. Instagram. If you want to join us on Zoom, just visit the GarciaMH2.com. I've hit the link on there and pinned it. You can go on there and see our events happening tonight, this evening, and you can see the spreadsheet a little bit better because we will be presenting that. All right, let's jump on in and get started. So out of town currently again, we are doing a whole lot of networking. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes, but I want to go ahead and bring the deals because we got quite a bit to present this evening and a lot more coming up as well. So all right, I think everybody can see my screen. So, all right, I'm sure everybody can see my screen. Call is being recorded educational purposes. As always, it will be posted on our social media, YouTube tomorrow-ish, 10 in the morning, give or take. If you do not already follow our Let's Do Deals Facebook group page, go ahead and go add that as well. At 10 in the morning on Wednesday mornings, we do a recap, all the deals that were pitched on here. If anybody pitches a deal also outside of us, they just get posted on there. So keep in mind on that. Pay attention to the chat box for the most part. There are advertisements that are put throughout the call as well. But let's see. All right, so let's get started. If any of you do not have the spreadsheet, send us an email. I'm going to go ahead and say it on this call. I know that there isn't so many people logging on this, and that's common. You know, most people wait till the recording. You go to our YouTube by tomorrow evening, you'll see 500 people have seen this video. So a lot of people just wait for the recording. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. There's going to be a point where we stop sharing this. And the reason behind that is because we're going to make this spreadsheet, not just the call itself, but the spreadsheet where it's going to be only specific individuals are going to get it. Typically GMHE students, they're going to be able to get that spreadsheet all over inventory. We're also going to be putting a lot more deals onto the sheet. All the deals that you see on here, this is probably a quarter, a fifth of all the deals that we have. Not every deal makes it onto the spreadsheet, and there's many reasons behind it. A lot of deals we're already working with direct investors, park owners, managers, et cetera, et cetera. Does not mean you cannot have access. You just have to ask. Do you have any investments in this area? You know, a lot of people send us messages now asking on certain areas that we don't have any on the spreadsheet. We have connections in those areas where we may have inventory coming up available. So if you position yourself accordingly, you will be first dibs into those deals, okay? Now, let me jump on in. Like I was saying, if some of you don't get the spreadsheet for now, just send us a message and we will share the spreadsheet with you. Okay, let's see. All right. Back for the bottom real quick. Pictures are sufficient in reviewing mobile homes to purchase. Incorrect. Okay. Pictures and or videos are not sufficient when you are trying to purchase or invest in a mobile home, especially if you're newer into the investing. That's not what you want to be doing. You should always go out and walk the properties, or you should have boots on the ground. So, you know, whether it's a partner, an investor, bird box, wholesaler, a family member, or somebody that you trust. If you trust the individual that you're purchasing the mobile homes from, then you should be okay. Trust is the key word of that. Okay, but definitely don't go just by pictures. Quick story on that. We had a mobile home in Savannah, Georgia. We were about to invest. Everything checked out from numbers to deals to everything was there. We had to move the mobile home, but there was something that told us, let's just get boots on the ground. We sent out somebody locally, go check this mobile home out. Of course, on the pictures, you can only see so many things. But if you think about maybe a soft spot on the floor, unless it's actually caving in or you actually see a dent in it, you're not going to be able to tell. You just see flooring. Some of these mobile homes that have particle boarding, many times it is so weak and done, the vinyl or the carpet is actually what holds the floor together. You wouldn't be able to tell that on the picture unless you go out there. And that's kind of what happened is when this investor went out there, he responded, well, I cannot walk into the mobile home. The flooring is so bad, it is caving in. So again, little things like that, they go a long way. So don't just trust pictures and or videos. Unless you're actually there, or maybe do a live video, you can do that. All right. So we are down in Tallahassee, Havana, Panama City tomorrow, Dothan, Columbus, Salem possibly, and back into our office. So a lot of those are A lot of those places are going to be inventory coming up. Now we had Havana, which is right outside of Tallahassee, 8 minutes, 10 minutes maybe from. We had 5 units there available and they're all gone. That was expected to be hot market. You want to pay attention to. When I say hot market, I mean numbers. That's what deciphers if it's good or not. Numbers are there. We should have approximately 10 more mobile homes coming available tomorrow after our neat network with the park owners. So we'll see what comes out of that. Stay tuned for that, which is a reminder also, don't wait until Tuesdays to see the spreadsheet. Okay, some of you are missing out on deals on investment because you wait until Tuesday. We upload deals on there every day of the week. The Havana ones, the Panama City, Dothan, Columbus that I'm talking about, those will be uploaded probably throughout the week, maybe even until Friday. It does not mean that they may be there come next Tuesday because there'll be investors that are already getting into that. And I can tell when y'all are getting on the spreadsheet, by the way. I see how many reviews get in here. Reviews as in how many people actually check into the spreadsheet. So like right now, the square purple box there, somebody's on the spreadsheet. So that's fine. You should be checking it every day, just periodically. Okay, a little tip for y'all on that. But Warner Robins, another very, very hot area. So we have additional mobile homes that we've added on here, and we should have another probably 20 more mobile homes in a couple other parks as well that we've got to upload on there. I am not going to go through every one of these tabs here with y'all. Y'all can do that on y'all's own time. So let me break down a few of these here. Now, when they're in the same park, the lot rents, the rental rates, if they're the same size of mobile homes, are typically going to be the same. It starts changing when you have an additional bedroom, if it goes from single to double wide, or stuff in that nature. But let's see. So the first one, lot 47. Now we already got 2 investor students that have already taken initiative. They were not even on the spreadsheet. They already reached out to us and said, hey, can you tell me about these mobile home investments you got? Yes, and they jump right on them. So that's kind of what you want to do. But lot 47, this one is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It is your make model. We'll share with those. Some of those details do not get posted on here for specific reasons. We've said that in the past, but we will share them with you. We'll give you all the details. We add these numbers, ARVs, rentals, to make things easier for you. This is just an idea. I have done due diligence on these mobile homes. I have walked these mobile homes, but I still encourage all of you the same principle. Go out and check them out, do your own due diligence, review them, and if it checks out what you consider a good investment, because there's no investment the same. Every investment deal is the same, so it's up to you. 18K ARV, after repair value, means that once you fix it, make it livable, presentable, beautiful, whatever you want to call it, you should be around the 18K resale value. Okay. And I mean, some of these need minimal. I mean, minimal. Again, 7 years ago when I started, mobile homes didn't look like this. They were gut jobs, and I made them work, but couldn't make them work today. Not with the inflation of material, that's for sure. Rental rate in this area, it's a little low for what we're seeing on here. Really, GMH, we should be around 675 minimum, but don't forget the rental rate in the area is only if you're going to become a landlord. We're giving you an idea. If you're going to come in and buy an investment that you're going to turn around and maybe do a rent to own option, create a note, finance for somebody, your number on the monthly should be more around 700. Minus obviously the 300 for lot rent, which does include water and trash, which that's huge. A lot of these parks, that's another thing. We're seeing more and more of these parks now they're starting to charge for water. Now trash is no longer included. Now there's even a fee on some of them, especially in Florida, for sewer. So you're seeing a lot more fees that are starting to rise more and more. They can only max out so much on lot rent a lot of times. So the way they can eliminate some of the cost and charging away is if they charge you for water and trash. But that's not the case on this park, so we're good on that. Asking for this mobile home, $39.50. That's asking for sale, in other words. So give you a slight look on the pictures here, and we'll move on to the next one. All right. Good evening, Instagram. A few more people have joined us. Welcome, welcome. All right. Lot 45. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single wide. This one's a 19.5. Again, remember, when you have more bedrooms, that's when we start adding up the value. Okay. And we got one, I think it's already been added with an extension. So we'll talk about that in a second as well. Rental rate, $725. Lot rent, again, $300. It does not change. Double wide, single wide, same thing. And there's actually not many double wides in this park, period. So, but the asking for this one is only $3K. This is a 3.2, but it is a lot smaller of a mobile home. For those of you veterans that are on here, you know this is a very early 80s or late 70s. It's more like a 70s, late 79, maybe 78 model. So solid. These things are solid. Probably one of the strongest built is the late 70s, very early 80s. They made these things solid. Just think about it. Okay. Needs some bit of work in this bathroom. The ceiling is coming down. But if you look at the structure of this mobile home, late 70s versus 90s versus 2000, a lot of people say these mobile homes don't last more than 10, 15, or 20 years tops. So, you know, it's all how you take care of them for one. But the 70 models and early 80s, definitely they're here to stay. And we have invested in some that are mid 60s, some of the early ones. So moving on. Next one is lot 41. This is a good unit, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 19.5 asking. Rental rate the same, 725. Again, if you finance, create a note, you're more like around 825, maybe around this area. And Warner Robins is sky. I mean, the apartments are insane. I mean, in the past year, probably we've seen them go from 700 to somewhere over 1,100 today. So, you know, when you think of that, and that's part of due diligence, by the way, for some of you, how much are apartments going near the mobile homes? Because if the numbers are equal to, a lot of people may not want to transition from an apartment to a mobile home. But when you have mobile homes that are only $725 a month versus $1,100-1,200 for 1-bedroom apartment, you know, you can see where that kind of fits in. But asking $5,000 for this one, again, you know, a lot of cosmetic, a lot of little repairs, nothing major. Electrical, plumbing, no major issue there. That's always huge. The roof, there is a couple sections, one in this living room area, one in this bedroom. So those two do need to be addressed. Don't forget metal on metal, which is one of my favorites. Easier repairs when it comes to the ceiling, the roof, and really inside and exterior. So same with lot rent, asking $5,000. Okay, moving along pretty good. I'm going backwards. Trying to think of that lot number because I wanted to talk about, we had a couple there. So another 3-2. For those of you wondering, what is your best, the best investment in a mobile home to make? 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single wide. Okay, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single wide. That is the best investment all around. After that, it is a 2-2, and then 2-1. You start eliminating a little bit. You start limiting because you know small families will have to take that. Obviously, double wides are good. There are certain areas where I would definitely push a double wide, but double wides many times can mean double expense in the labor, the material, but not always double the profit. So just kind of keep that in mind as how much work extensive we have to do in order to get it on the market. Okay. Lot 39, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 725, 300 rent, includes water, trash, as said, asking $5K, another one. So we are keeping a few in this park. And I said that about Havana and they went quick. That's fine. That's why we put them on here. I mean, if they go, they go. We're always going to be rehabbing and investing, but we're thinking in Warner Robins here in this park, and specifically Airbnb. That's going to be our go-to. So yeah, this one here, especially these 3-2 solid ones. So, and this is a very nice park, actually. There's a lot of homes that are in this condition. It is just poor management, poor leadership, but the area, and it's, I mean, it's 5 minutes from a Publix and major shopping centers. There's a mall like 3 miles away. So it's great in that area as well. That's huge. Lot 38. What was the lot that had the, I've looked at probably 50 of these things today. GMHU, type in the comment section, what was the mobile home that had the extension? And I want to point that one out because I want to show y'all, you know, when you're talking about adding value, that's something huge. And a couple of these have a lot of material in them, by the way. Maybe the park owner was taking initiative at one point, or there was another investor who came in and didn't finish. But there's a lot of material in a few of these. You got not added yet. Okay. So we have not added it yet. So I'll just talk about it real quick. When you're talking about a single wide, let's say a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, we'll just, you know, go to that level. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, you know, your numbers are going to be a little bit lower from the after repair to the rental to the note. Doesn't matter. The numbers are lower. You cannot compare a 2-1 to a 3-2. You understand? So a lot of people ask, well, how can I add value? Now, some people I've seen take a 3-bedroom, 2-bath and they tear a wall down to create 2 bedrooms into one and say, I got me a big bedroom. Well, if it's for you, it's one thing, but if you're trying to sell it and you eliminate a room, you eliminate also profits. How you add that is by adding another room, not taking one away. So when you take the 2-bedroom, 1-bath, I'm making an example on, you have the ability to add an extension. It will be on here. It's one of the ones in a Warner Robins. It's whoever was doing a very good job. Why they decided to quit is beyond me, but they added that additional bedroom that they did very well in, and it adds that value again. So you take it from a 2-1 to a 3-2. 3-2s, 3-1s, same value. I mean, yes, there's an extra bathroom that's really more just of a liking. I don't see value shift so much from those two, not in that sense anyway. Okay. So this one here is a 3-2, 725 monthly, lot rent 300 as the same, and asking 4,000. So y'all get the point, right? Let's see. I mean, these are all same park. Now I visited another park. I visited another park in Warner Robinson. There was probably 50 mobile homes in that park. There's probably a third of them being rented out. That's what they're doing. And then out of the other ones that are just sitting, it was terrible. I mean, some of them I could not find on the map that I was given. And the reason is because the grass had grown that much trees around. And I mean, that's unfortunate and aggravating to see, because there's so much profits you can make with mobile home parks. And you can see when they're very poorly managed or not managed at all, that's kind of what you see. So I should have took some pictures of those just to show y'all. Can y'all spot the mobile home? Been behind the scenes, right? All right, let's see. Keep going. I'm going to do about 2 more, and then I'm going to be done with Warner Robins. So tell y'all right now, these are not going to last. If y'all want a good investment, get with us. Send us a DM, send us an email. If you want a consultation call, I am doing a few of those. I am maxed out at this point from doing back pocket access, by the way. I have too many students. What do I mean by too many? Okay, well, I like to give everybody 100% of my attention. And if I cannot, I feel like I'm shorting y'all out, and I refuse to do so. So I will not take on any additional until 1 or 2 are off the list, and then we can focus on the new students, okay? All right, so this one here, 2-bedroom, here's an example. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, single wide, of course, 18,000 ARV, 650 rental rate in the area. Lot rent 300, 3,500 asking. So another solid unit. And you know, all these mobile homes in this park have a large slab of concrete. It's a shocker. Somebody at one point, this was a very, very nice community. I'm guesstimating 55 and above is what I'm thinking at one point. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But the whole outside, all of them have the same carport. They have the slab on it. So even though there's been so much more grass growing, you can see in areas where it has not. But this was a solid home. So you can see this is what I mean by the later 70s, early 80s. I mean, this is not the particle garbage of wood on the floors, or it would not be in existence. You do have a hole in the ceiling here. Okay. Any questions so far? Let me see if I had any. Yeah, we just have not uploaded a whole lot many more on here, but we will throughout this week. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff we're going to be uploading. I'll talk about those here in a few minutes. Dublin, we mentioned these last week. We just received those. How many are on here? They're not listed. Okay, so we have a total of 9 mobile homes that are going to be available, all single wides. Part of that reason is we're working with lawn care companies that are going to come out. There's a few like these two here. They're not so bad, but there's a couple that are very like this one. Here's an example of this. You're not going to get into this mobile home like this. I mean, it's just terrible. Okay, so just a few things that we're waiting on, but Dublin, Georgia, that's another good area. Very, very good for rental area, by the way. Absolutely not ace. We'd be first line in row if that's happening. We try. You know, we try that with everybody, by the way. I love working with park owners, and it's a connection we build, a network. I mean, I have a few texting me now, but one I got to connect with, he's a guaranteed 30-minute call every time. I could talk to him every day, and it's a guaranteed 30 minutes. So good connection, but I don't have 30 minutes every day. But we try to push for that, seeing the park in the condition it's in. Are you willing to sell? Typically it's like, no, that we want you in here so you can, one of those kind of things. But we'll definitely let you know, because it is something we are looking for as well. So a lot of mobile parks. And right now, by the way, I'll mention, right now with the market, everything that's going on, some corrections coming. I'll leave that at that. Okay. Every mobile home park is that you're seeing out there on the market listed anyway, you're seeing anywhere between 200,000 and 300,000 above price. They're all outrageous. The numbers don't match in any sense. I mean, it does not add up to what they're actually bringing in. Some of them, I don't even know where the numbers are coming from, but it makes 0 sense. We'll see a change in that coming up. All right, let me see. One more I'll talk on. Jennings. Jennings needs to be moved. This is a double wide solid. This is north of Florida, if you know. I just thought of something. We got a partner in this area, Jennings, Florida, that could use this mobile home. 8524 by 60, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, asking $12K. Solid unit, as you can see on here. If you are interested in this unit, you can go out and review it. You should go out and review all of them. but definitely get with us on that if this is something of interest. You know, when you look at a mobile home, especially with double wide, the ceiling is one of the first things you want to look for. Remember, double wides are two single wides put together. Typically, double wide roofs, as a lot of investors say, those don't last as much as single wides. Well, that's the reason behind that is because two single wides are put together. So typically the center is a little weaker or a lot more weaker than what a single wide would be. It's two homes put together. So it tends to start leaking from the center, and then water just runs and you'll have all kinds of leaks. What's weird sometimes is you'll have, especially in areas where it's pitched like on this corner, the center will leak, but it'll allow the water to go all the way to the end. And then you start getting leaks on the side, which makes you think, oh, the side corner of the mobile home is leaking. It's actually the center. The water's just traveling. So you'll have all kinds of damage to the ceiling, but just a little FYI on that. All right. Okay. Let me talk about some of the deals that are coming up real quick. Okay. So tomorrow we have another heavy, busy day. We are going to start out in Havana, where we're planning on getting around 10 mobile homes. That's 10 more units. Every GMHU, every home that was received purchase from that part before was GMHU student. So we got 10 more coming up on there. After there, we're going to visit Tallahassee, where we invest. Also, we have a few RTOs in that park, so we may have some inventory coming out of that as well. And then we're going to travel over into Panama City Beach, Florida. So we're going to be seeing a lot of units in this area also. That's Airbnb written all over it, by the way, Panama City. From there, we're going to travel up to Dothan, where we're going to make a stop and visit a few mobile home parks on the way back to office, and also be able to pick up some inventory. Every time I talk about going somewhere, I am mentioning that for a reason. There's inventory coming there. That's what I'm going there for. Okay. And I don't travel to go see one mobile home. It has to be 40, 50 or more for me to make a road trip. So, you know, that's a lot of inventory for you all. Now, days like today, where the second park in Warner Robins, we may be able to salvage 2 of those mobile homes. Sometimes that happens. I went there to see 30, but only 2, you know, that's kind of the way it works sometimes. After Dothan will be in Columbus, and then traveling on up. So there's a lot of inventory that's coming available there as well. Just kind of stay tuned for that. Does anybody have any deals? Let's see. Okay. Yes, I'm paying attention to Instagram as well. Okay. Check out the chat box. There is the meetups. Don't forget, we have a couple more of those coming up in Northport and Fort Myers. That's something that we're going to take nationwide. We have spoken a little bit more on that, and that's something we're going to start doing in every state. So we're going to go to major, bigger cities and just start traveling around. Within the next 5 years, we will be nationwide, maybe even in California. Maybe. I don't know about that one yet, but you know, the market is different there. But we'll have the meetups there. So stay tuned for that. There is a new website that's coming available, and we're going to be listing every place that we're going to be the next one and the next one. So if you are in the area or want to travel, you're welcome to visit us on that and join us as well. All right. Any questions? Does anybody have a deal? Nobody has me a deal. Okay, well then stay tuned. I think I covered everything. No rushing in here. Today was busy. It was a good day. Very productive day today. So, all right. I guess that does it for this evening's call. Do not forget tomorrow evening webinar, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The webinar is a coaching only for members. Send us a DM if you are interested, and we will see you all there. Have a good night.